welcome back to my channel. So I know you makeup addicts, junkies, and pros are out there, so I wanted to go over my monthly favorites because I am all the above. I'm a beauty advisor, I do art for bridal work, and I am here on YouTube as an individual makeup junkie sharing what I love. And it is that time of the month again. Let us get into our favorites. So what is it that we want to start off with? Do we want to start off with skincare? Because we love skincare, and it is basically the butter on top of the bread before we get to the garlic. So let's just go ahead and share all our fun skincare items. One of my favorite skincare items that I want to share with you guys today is Andalou Naturals, and it has been, well, just about anything I've ever tried from Andalou Naturals has found its way to my favorites video because it is such an amazing skincare line, and it is natural, it's vegan, it's wholesome, it's good for you, and it's affordable. And Andalou Naturals Fruit Stem Cell Science Do-It-Yourself Facial Booster SPF 30 Age Defying White Tea is one of my favorite serums because it not only boosts any of your other serums that you like, so it doesn't take away from any other serums that you like. It is an add-on product that has an SPF that happens to be age defying as well. White tea is not only an age defier but an antioxidant and really smooths out the skin and makes it look really fresh and clean and feel really nice. This is not one of those age defying serums that makes your face feel like really tight and kind of, I don't know, prickly while it's going through its reboosting phase. This is super gentle. It almost kind of brings back the volume in your face versus like tightening, because sometimes what you get with an age defier is tightening, and I feel like sometimes people feel when they're aging that they lose their volume and they feel like their skin is sagging because of that lack of volume. Well, I think this thing is a little bit better at boosting your volume. Not that I need any help in that process. I got a pretty meaty looking face. But when you lose the volume in your face, that's where you start to notice all of the fine lines. And I feel mine are getting filled in a little bit more with the help of this. I'm not blaming any weight gain on this product, but it really is filling in my fine lines. So I do like this product, and I love the way it makes my skin feel, and of course it has kept my skin clean, bright, and away from any of the sun damage because it has an SPF of 30. Alright, so the next product that I'm really enjoying, of course, and I hate to sound redundant, but it is my Mad Hippie Eye Cream. This, of course, again has white tea in it, peptides, it's an anti-ager, and as I was doing my makeup today, I was like, the fine lines in my face look less pronounced. I'm all about that. So I don't know if it's solely this product alone or just a combination of really religiously using all of my skincare and really trying not to tug on my eyelids, but I feel like this is really a good nourisher because I have noticed that my eyelids don't look as dry as they once did, and I like that this is a cream versus a serum, so you get that hydration and that age defying factor. So for me, I'm about an eye cream versus an eye serum. I know a lot of brands will be like, oh no, you have to have the eye serum, and I'm like, I'm hydration first and age defying second. So that's my priorities, because I feel like if you have a good hydrator, you're not going to need all the rewind the clock products. So my next favorite, and it's a new one, is the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. This has vitamins A, C, D, and E in it, and it just really hydrates. It gives you that sort of velvety, smooth skin as if you were using like a poreless mattifying primer, except this just makes the skin look perfect. It doesn't change the look of the skin, it just makes your foundation like really glide on, really smooth. And of course the fact that it has those vitamins in it is why I really like it. For me, it's like adding an extra skincare item into my regimen, so to speak, so I just don't feel guilty using this because it's giving me back something really good. I know I'm not going to look super glowy in it, it's not incandescent. Skincare basics to color. Another one of my favorite products that I really want to share with you guys is the ColourPop Redhead, and I'm really digging this because I recently colored my hair and I feel it creates more of a unity with my whole face, eyes, and everything like that. Still trying to get used to the red brows, but I definitely think that the ashy brows were too much for me. If I decide the red brow is not me, I'm still adjusting to it, but I can always get another color. But the foundation, or sorry, not the foundation, the formulation of this product is really good. It's really easy. You need just the smallest little pea-sized amount. You can see I've barely touched that pot. I don't think it's going to dry out fast, but it's super affordable. I've been keeping the lid on tight. And I really like that this seems to be staying, I guess, slicker, greasier, wetter, a little bit longer than my Anastasia one did. And I understand that there is a balancing act between those two products. Anastasia products tend to be dry brow wise, so you don't get that smudging factor. But when it comes to brow gels, I buy them because I need a good strong brow, because I barely have any brows, and I need them to show up, I need them to last, I need them to stay and not smudge off. And I find pencils have a tendency to dissipate because I have to draw it on my skin and the gels don't. So this is just so easy, but I do definitely have to let the product do its magic and not work with it that much, because otherwise I'll end up with marker brows. So it really does take some precision to get that. If you need this as a brow tint, then I would just pop this on a spoolie, or just even bring your spoolie into this pot. I know it will make the pot look ugly, but you know, whatever. It's only about $5-6 product. Put your spoolie in here and just shape your brows, and you'll have a perfectly beautiful. Favorite of the month is the Kat Von D Lock-It Foundation. I love that this glides on seamlessly. I love that it's sort of a nice cream consistency. You really only need a pea-sized amount to get a full coverage face. Whereas I like to do in my tutorials little half pumps, because you don't need to glob it all on like it's a concealer, and then just dab your damp beauty blender into it, and you end up with that flawless coverage. And because it does have sort of like a airy, creamy texture, it doesn't like just grab into fine lines automatically. It doesn't feel like a painty product. It doesn't feel like Estee Lauder Double Wear or anything like that. It's just a really, I don't know, really nice creamy product. And this is one of the more affordable foundations on today's market. Foundations on average these days are going anywhere from $40 to $60, so anything under $30 to me is a low price point. So this for me is a great buy. It's my exact color. This could be a little tricky to buy though. I would definitely make sure that you get matched in store. I don't know if there's going to be a shade for everybody. Maximum coverage foundations can be a bit tricky. I hate that about maximum coverage foundations, but that's the way it goes. You really do need a perfect match when you're dealing with maximum coverage. Lightweight foundations have a tendency to be more forgiving because the coverage is not as spackle-like, not as thick. This month was the undersetting of my makeup. I loved to underset. I love to not cake my face. I love to just let my foundation shine and let my natural oils, if I have any anymore, poke through and just do their magic. And just let the foundation take on its life. Let it sing. Let it be your second skin. But just lightly pressing this in where I need it, like right on top of my cheekbone where I'm going to put my blush, so the blush doesn't drag. And just I've kind of stepped away from loose powder and baking especially, because it can just add texture to the skin. So I've definitely been allowing my foundation to sing, but if you need a little extra help, I love this complexion. Favorite highlight, but if I had to pick just one, it would be ColourPop's Dreamcatcher, because it's a really pretty champagne-y color. You can see I've used that a lot, and I love that it's got kind of a yellow base but kind of a pink iridescence. So I usually gravitate towards, you know, yellow-based highlighters, traditionally speaking. I've been trying to play with other colors more, like pinks, purples, and iridescences, because those are probably my prettier ones. So I don't know why I grabbed to champagnes, but I just love the color of like peaches and champagnes. So that's been really pretty. Plus it's not too peachy. So if you're more cool based like I am, this is sort of a fun little way to stroll down a different avenue. And you can definitely amp it up by dampening your brush with some toner, or you can just use this dry. But this is very creamy, so you have to really tighten your lid because it's a really like, almost like a cream consistency powder product. But yeah, I really love Dreamcatcher. It's a great affordable product. I grabbed so many ColourPop highlights this last month, but Dreamcatcher is definitely the one that catches my eye. Of the month is the Modern Renaissance Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. And the reason I love this is, well, I don't know, somehow it's very inspirational to me, this sort of pinky velvety box. But I love all the colors in here. I love how easy they blend. I love that you can just have a field day playing and creating different looks. There's so much to do with this palette. It's so off the beaten path from what we've seen. Reds are gonna always be in for fall, but of course you have all these great neutrals to play with during the summer. The quality of these shadows is amazing and really lets you try out some possible potential favorites you could buy in full size later on. And just a side note, these pans are pretty shallow, but you do get a lot. And if you have several palettes, it'll just take forever to use this whole palette all up. I'm going to go ahead and link my review tutorial, the original one, in the bottom bar if you'd like to see more information on this one. Blushes this month, and I have two. One of them, of course, is the Too Faced Beach Peach. I've been grabbing this one all month long. It's a really forgiving, soft, peachy color. If you're somebody who likes bronzers, you'll really enjoy this blush. You really can't swatch this one because it's so light, but it's one of those good blushes to grab too if you need a good everyday basic blush. And this one will definitely be a better blush for all skin tones. If you're very fair, you can apply this very lightly. If you're dark, you can go in with a little bit more pigment. But I really like highlight because it's a really soft, sort of a pinky peachy cantaloupe color. And I really am a big fan of universally flattering highlights purchase-wise, because you really get a lot for your money if you're fair. And then they just give you that beautiful sun, beachy, kind of a kissed, kind of a glow, and everybody wants that glow. So I definitely like blushes that don't have that sort of ashy looks. Even some really light blushes can look ashy on the fairest of skin tones. I always want that little pump of high sun, high glow, high health. And so I usually go for the pigmented colors this month. So I really need to give a shout out to Lolita by Kat Von D. And somebody told me that this has a very controversial name to it, that Kat Von D had no right to call out Jeffree Star. And but you know what, I googled Lolita and it is what it is. Names in and of themselves are not offensive or trigger warnings to me personally. I think it's fun to play around with names. Traditionally, I'll go for, when I'm buying a product, I'll go for a name that means something to me. I don't mind saying the name no matter how dirty in a video because it's just marketing. It is what it is. If I like the color, I will buy it. I choose not to be offended by color names. I mean, I don't make this like huge choice to not be offended by color names. I just simply don't care, I guess you could say. So Lolita, it's a pretty brown. I love that color. And it's just a really good, universally flattering nude. So it's got a little bit of a, I don't know, it's not a greigey tone nude. You don't see this kind of a nude a lot anymore, where it's got like, I don't know, like a really dark beige nude. So it really kind of just is very flattering, kind of a everyday kind of nude. It has a little bit more color than no color at all. So it still can make your complexion look really nice. Some people might think that's going to be a little bit too brown. Browns are in style. I like this one for a nudie brown because it doesn't have a lot of greige in it. So if you're somebody who can't pull off a greigey lip, that one is a good stylish one to go for. I want to go ahead now and jump into other liquid lipsticks that are a little lesser known or less available in a sense than the Kat Von D one. And they are my Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetic Lip Tars. And I absolutely love Strange and Unusual. To me, it's a cyborg type of lavender purple. It is one of my few metallics I have, and I just love this because it's sort of a fun, kind of a purpley base. I'm a huge purple cosmetic color fan. I think purples are just flattering on a lot of people, and I just love the gold shimmer in there. I love that this has like kind of a minty smell. The ingredients are good for you. This to me was like the original, extremely vegan, extremely good quality kind of cosmetic that was available on the market. And it used to be a pro product, and now we have these beautiful, you know, more accessible things. And the reason I like them is because they do well in my purse, and I have had a couple lip tar packages explode on me. So I know some people are like, well, you know, artists aren't gonna like this doe foot applicator. I would agree with that, except I don't like the slanted tube either, because those have exploded on me. It's a lot of money to waste on something that breaks and falls apart. So I really like these tubes, and yeah, I do put makeup on other people. I understand the not liking this doe foot applicator, because all you can really do is stick a wand inside it and pull out some product, and you're not going to get as much product as you could have if you had a squeeze tube. But I don't want my package to fall apart, so it is what it is. So my next favorite one I have in here is Working Girl, and this is a gold, sort of a pinky color. It's very vibrant, it's very hot, and at the same time it is like, it's like Barbie's younger sister pink. It's like less ostentatious pink. It's really fun. The next color I have here that I really like is, of course, your Crazy Crazy Pink. I really wanted these Armor Beauty lip glosses to be like lip glosses, and they ended up being kind of like a vinyl lip color, which I'm actually really digging. At first I was like, oh, I want that to be a lip gloss, because if I wanted that I would have bought but then I was like, then I got over it, because I'm like, you know what, vinyl liquid lipsticks are going to be the thing this upcoming fall. Now this doesn't have the cooling kind of sensation that some of them are going to be having, because this came out way before that, but it's a really good lip lacquer. So this is Grace, and it's got like a really fun duochrome to it. Just imagine pairing that with a simple eye, or maybe even a hot pink crease with some black liner, and you've got yourself a look. So I really like that color. And then my last lip product to share with you is a lip gloss, and I thought I'd cover some of my grounds here. But I really like this lip gloss Metallic Rose, and I'm never a fan of roses, but I really like the doe foot applicator on these. I love that it makes me want to eat like vanilla cookie batter, and it's just a really fun rosy duochrome. It's got so much glitter flash in there. It's insane. It's got blue, it's got purple, and it reminds me of some of the limited edition MAC lip glosses that had all that brilliant color sparkle in them. So I absolutely love that. Yes, a lot of these are pink and purple. I love pinks, purples, berries. I just think they're so flattering on a wide range of people. And hardly a color, it's a color a lot of people think they can't wear. And then when they try it, they're like, ooh, ooh. Yes, a lot of people can wear plum. A lot of people have a little bit of yellow, a little bit of pink in their skin, and so does plum. And so I think that's why people are pleasantly surprised with me for a while. So I want to hit this video out on my dud, and then we're going to go out on a high note. So I'm going to hit it out with my dud. And I'm not going to take back my review because I think it's a good quality palette, but some of you felt in my review I didn't really touch base on some things I could have touched base on. Like, I didn't thoroughly go through the palette, and I felt like maybe something was weighing on me that I should have brought up about the video, and that was of course the controversy. And I didn't really say too much about it because at that time I posted the review, things were still blowing up all over the internet, and things have still further come along and blown up on the internet. And so I am removing the Beauty Killer palette from my favorites. I've never had a product fall so far from really enjoying it to going this low. This palette really inspired me to play with colors again. It really made me excited about products again, and for that I'm thankful for it. However, you know, I want to thank him for his inspiration he gave me to play with color again. And so with that being said, I will be pulling that palette from any future tutorials. I won't be deleting my review because I really did like the quality of it, and I didn't praise it or think it was great because I wanted anything out of it. I bought that palette with my own money, and so it sucks that I can't use it in tutorials even though I paid for it with my own money, because it's just not something that I want to promote. I don't want people to be confused on what I'm willing to promote and stuff like that. I haven't even touched it off camera. It's just one of those things that I'm sort of just, you know, if there's a color that I see he comes out with that I really want, I will find it in another brand simply. Because I'm not here to, I don't want to come on this channel and bash or ban or talk bad about anybody. But I just really needed people to know where I stood as far as who I'm willing to support. And if people can't show kindness to their fans or to their marketing, this is why I don't support Lush anymore either. anyways, as far as things I really enjoying, I actually wanted to add this to my favorites going forward, and that would be favorite YouTubers. I'm really enjoying Brandon Nitty, and she just came out as a transgender, and her video is very inspirational because she just tells people, like, you know, you need to love one another, you need to love yourself, you need to be accepting of yourself, and I think that is such a positive message that she's spreading. And so kudos to her for encouraging her fans, her viewers, and anybody else out there who needed to see that video in particular, whether they're involved or into makeup or not, really probably needed that video. A video about acceptance is all we could possibly want or need. You know, we come on here and we talk about materialism so much, but we don't talk about the beautiful things in life enough. And so that video for me was just really fabulous. So I'll be linking Brad and Mitty in the bottom bar. She deserves a shout out. Alright, so my next favorite person I'm really enjoying on YouTube lately is Lisa Eldridge. Hands down, her Marilyn Monroe tutorial was what captivated me and made me subscribe to her. So really digging her tutorials. Another person who creates tutorials that I really, really love and doesn't get enough love here on YouTube because they are a pro artist, not a YouTuber, is Jordan Liberty. I love that he has fun with his tutorials, but he's educational, and it's a really good medium, period. And so kudos to Jordan Liberty for creating. He's also, you know, really helped create the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation sticks that will be coming out this month, I think. Sometime this month, maybe next month. And so we need more artists like that are willing to show their expertise, share their expertise, and be personable. And so the next and I think we'll make this about the last YouTuber that we're going to be talking about today that I really, really enjoy. Fully Raw Christina. And she's not a beauty YouTuber, but she talks about, sometimes she talks about healthy, natural beauty. And I really love that she encourages her viewers as well to find their happiness, find their health. And she has really good videos. I love her raw vegan salad dressing video. I love her raw fruit salads. You know, she does a lot of fun things that you don't have to go raw vegan to enjoy her channel, but she does have a powerful message, and she does have great recipes you can incorporate into your everyday health. So you don't have to do the 80-100 vegan diet thing or anything like that, but she does have a lot of great educational things on there. She has a video about sugaring, which is the natural way to remove body hair by boiling sugar, and, you know, just fun things. And so, and she talks about the benefits of drinking water or infusing fruit into your water, and just very, I don't know, smart. And I think we need to know more about our natural physical health so we don't get sick in the first place. And I think that's what really inspires me about veganism in the first place, is because we're subtracting the use of food as just like a taste thing. It's just like a filling us up thing. We really need to view it in terms of medicine and filling our bodies with nutrients and taking care of ourselves and understanding why we don't feel well. And I think that's really what interests me in videos about vegan food, is because food is our #1 medicine. It's our #1 defense that we eat and use daily to protect ourselves. So I love those videos. So I'll be linking all those YouTubers and a video of theirs that truly inspired me in the bottom bar. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching this one.